Alright, what's going on, guys? I have another game analysis video for you, and this time it's for the very first season opener game against Louisville City. It wasn't the prettiest game, as you'll see, but it's a good one to learn from. It has some really good talking points. So, as you guys know, I'm playing right back for St. Louis FC. My name is Matt Sheldon. I'm number 13. So let's just get straight into it. So Louisville has the ball and they play it into my guy, and as you guys know, I get right up into him so he has no space to turn at all. And I create pressure, tap the ball away from him. I gain possession of the ball, look up the field, and try to find a forward right to his chest. On this play, I get the ball wide from one of my center mids. I'm looking to attack. But look at the right or the left back's defensive position. He's completely forcing me inside. So I take a touch inside, look what I have. It gets tight, so I play it back to my center mid. I soon will get the ball back from my center mid again, and I'm looking down, but again, look at the left back's positioning. He's completely cutting off the line again, creating space in the inside, forcing me in. So if I want to get behind him, I have to do it somewhere else. Now this time, instead of getting the ball to feet, I want it behind. See, I'm pointing in behind. I want it over the top. If it's just a slightly better ball, I'll get in behind. I'll get on the ball. This play is a defensive play. It's right on the top of the 18-yard box. And watch, I'm just standing him up. I'm not lunging in on my guy. I'm waiting for him to take that touch. And then as he takes it, I run with him, put my foot out, and block the shot. And then I just defend him at the corner. Get a little lucky. It might have been a foul there, but the ref doesn't call it, and it's out for a throw-in. On this play, the ball comes into my guy again. Look again, I'm tight up against him, just making it very, very hard for him to turn. I think I held him a little bit too much on this one, and the ref saw, calls a foul. Ball comes back to me this time, and I'm looking for what I have. I take a touch. I should have just played it straight into the middle, first touch into this guy right here. But instead, I take a touch, and then I try to play it back to my center back so he can play with the ball. And then it goes out for a throw-in for us. So this next play is kind of a tricky one. This is the left winger right here, and he gets the ball in the center of the park, and he's taking it down to the right side. Now, should I track him the entire run, or should I drop back to my right back positioning? And it really depends on a ton of different variables, depending on where your center backs are, what the pressure is like on the right side, etc. Like, for example, if this right back or their left back is way up the field up here, then I wouldn't track my guy because I'd be leaving a wide open guy on the side. But I know that this is my guy. There's nothing on the other side of the park, so I'm going to track him during this play. So me and the center mid do a very good job of closing in on him. He passes the ball, but it bounces right back to him. And again, I'm looking. There's no forwards up there. There's no dangerous left winger, so I track him. As soon as he makes that big, long touch, that's when I slide in and steal the ball, as you'll see right here. I turn, take a touch up the line, feel some pressure on me, and just play up to the forwards. So this play, my left winger gets the ball, and he's a very fast player. So I'm standing him up, I'm waiting in for him to take that touch, and when he does, that's when I'm going to put my body into his and try to slow him down. See, right here, I'm pushing against him. And he's a fast player because I consider myself pretty fast. And at every touch he's making, I'm just making it hard for him to get around me. And it works out. I block the cross, and is actually out for a goal kick here. On this play, the ball comes up into the center back, and watch, it's a tight ball in between all of us. My center back's calling for it, so I'm going to put my body into the left winger to knock him off balance, so now my center back has time and space to pass the ball out. On this play, ball comes out wide to me. I have lots of time, but I take a terrible, terrible touch, but do a good job to tackle it, win the ball back. I turn, I'm looking up the field for my right winger, and I play it right into his feet. On this play, the ball comes out to me, and this is overlap. Look, the left back's overlapping right now, so I'm screaming at my right mid to guard my guy, and we're switching, so it kind of neutralizes that threat. I'm going to double down on the defender here, then my guy takes it down the line. I put my body in front of his, and honestly, I just fall right here because he's behind me, and I know it's going to be a foul. So I did flop, and I know there might be a little controversy there on the flop, but it worked out. On this play, I do an overlap with my right winger. I try to play it far post as I see I have two guys back there, but it gets deflected, and then the goalkeeper saves it. I should have played it on the ground, but I get the ball back from my right mid. I play it in the center mid, and he plays it into the right mid, but it's just a little bit too heavy, and it goes out of bounds. Here's just I win a header. They get the ball, and they play it back up again. I win a second header and get a little bit pushed in behind. And then the ball comes back. And then instead of just booting the ball up here, I have time and space. And people are telling me time. So I'm going to take a touch, control the ball so that we can maintain possession here instead of just booting it up. On this play, this is the second half now. I'm right here. I see this guy making a hard run in behind. So I'm going to start sprinting back to cover that. And he plays it exactly where I thought. And then here, I'm going to run over the left side of the ball to look like I'm going to go up the line. But as soon as I do that, I create more space so I can play back to my goalie. On this play, I get the ball in the center of the field, and I don't have much, so I'm going to cut it back and play back to my center back. As soon as I play it, I'm moving into space so I can receive the ball again and turn, and I try to play into the space for my right mid, but it just barely goes out of bounds. On this next play, I'm defending now, and this is like my big defending mistake of the game, I would say. It's a 2v1, and he cuts in behind me into the center of the field. I should let him go down the line, but I should not let him cut in there behind me. On this play, my right mid gets the ball, and he's going to play it back to me right here. I take a touch around a guy, take another touch over a guy, trying to attack down the line, and then honestly, I barely touch this guy. I know it's always going to be very biased, but he does a very good job of selling it, and I get the yellow card. On this play, I get the ball with a guy kind of running at me, but if you look right here, I have lots of space in the center of the field. So I'm going to play into one of my center mids or my right mid, play into my right mid, and then do a 1-2 and run down the field. I thought I got fouled there. Ref didn't think so, but that's the game. That's how it works. So now the ball is going to come over the top into my guy, and I just do a good job of waiting for it takes that touch, and then I lunge and get the ball, and then play into my right mid's feet. On this ball, I get the ball out here, and I have some time and space, so I'm dribbling up the field to see what I have, and then just pass it into my right mid and start an overlap, but he plays it up into the forwards. On this play, I get the ball back from my center mid. I have some time. I'm looking for what I have. I look back. I'm just waiting. So I just kind of play it in my right mid again and then start to go on an overlap once more. Ball comes out wide to me. I take a bad touch there. Defender gets his foot in, and then I run back to get the ball, and then I get just tripped up for a foul. And on this play, again, I tell you guys, do as I say, don't do as I do. But I'm hitting a kind of a square ball over the top to my other center back, and only hit that ball if you're 100% sure you can get it to him without messing up. Because if you lose the ball there, that's bad. This play, I get the ball. I'm 1v1, so I decide to take him on. The defender actually does a really good job of guarding me, but I put my shoulder into him, knock him off balance, cut it back to the left, and then hit across the goal, and just barely doesn't work out. On this play, the left winger does a great job here, does a great touch over me, and gets by me, and then I do a pretty good job to recover, but my center back does a good job to put his body in front of him and gets called for the foul against him. The ball dropped back to me and I decided to cross it first time to the box. We just don't get a head on it. On this play, the goalkeeper throws out the ball to the right mid. I start doing a overlapping run. It's pretty late in the game, the 81st minute. Ball goes into the center mid. He cuts it back out and plays it down the line towards me. And now I see I have one guy running the box. I try to find his head, cross it in, and just get unlucky that we don't get a head on that. Ball comes rolling out to me. I have time and space now, so I'm looking up the field and seeing what I have. I played in my right mid. I drop back to create more space for him. Then right here, I'm playing one touch to that center back. It has to be one touch because these two guys are running quickly, and it needs to be in the back side of him so he can turn and play the other way. I get the ball wide from my center back this time. I'm looking up, try to take him on, and then I pull it back from my right mid, and then I'm going down the line right here, try to cross it in here, out for a corner kick. So it was a good play. Another overlapping play on the right side. Tavo is running down, plays me the ball. I see I'm 1v1 again. I try to go and just hit a very poorly hit cross. No excuse there. Just didn't get good contact on it. On this play, the ball is going to come. I'm right here. The ball is going to come to me. It's bouncing, and I'm just going to play it on the ground in my right mid. And then he's going to play it right back to me. I have some time, play it back to my center back, and then I get the ball from my center mid again. I'm looking forward. I don't have any space, so I'm playing back to the center back. It's just kind of keeping possession right there. This play I try to go through. This is the last play of the game, and it ends up tying 0-0. As you can see, Louisville kind of killed us on the shots and shots on target versus us, but we had decent possession. Again, this was the very first game of the season, so we have some stuff to work on, and I'm confident for the next games. But anyways, like always, if you like these game analysis videos, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Okay, I'll see you at the next video. Bye.